Hello, Pipers. This is the Gentleman Scholar. Borrowing a little bit from a man relaxes there, just lighting my pipe up and everything before I start talking. Speaking of which, this is the tobacco he sent me. Straight right over there. So now I'm finally smoking it, and I know he's just revealed what it was on his latest video, which I haven't watched yet. Isn't that the way it goes? So, like it so far. Hold that thought. Hmm. It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon, just afternoon, the noon hour, here in Manchester, New Hampshire. It's been a fairly productive morning. Went for a walk, and for once I didn't take my smartphone with me so I could drown my hearing in music. And guess what? My mind did fine. It wasn't a chore, it wasn't a drag, it wasn't drudgery. I just let my mind wander, which is good to do from time to time. Anyway, I wanted to thank A Man Relaxes for this tobacco. It's very tasty thus far. Once I can get it going for a stable smoke. I packed it in there and I tried to let it dry out a little bit. There we go. Dig her out. Maybe it's too tightly packed. I don't know. Does it matter really in the long run? No, it doesn't. Anyway, give you a little view of the deck. Behind me, that's a curtain made entirely out of beer bottle caps. This is Bill's miniature garden that he put up. You've got those creepers over there that are climbing way up to the top of that vine. One of them hit the top, it doesn't know quite what to do. I know it's been a minute, been about a little over 2 weeks since I last posted. I was in a funk there for a little bit, and just kind of down in the mouth, down in the dumps, just sort of like feeling, nothing means anything, very nihilist. And then suddenly, I got the bright idea, after a long stretch of not doing it, doing resuming my workout routines. They're nothing crazy. One day it'll be a walk. The next day it'll be like 4 sets of push-ups with some stomach crunches or core stuff. Nothing crazy. It's not about looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's really about feeling better. So it's like almost like taking a vitamin. So I've done 2 of those since then, and my moods elevated quite a bit. So feeling more positive, more productive. So step number one: you feeling down in the dumps? Do some physical activity. Walk. Do something you're comfortable with. Rob, this is very good. Say this is Virginia? A vapor? I'm finally getting the hang of this pipe smoking thing. Anyway, like I said today, I went for a walk today, armed with my 1 liter water canteen, thermos, carafe, whatever you want to call it. And it makes all the difference in the world if you're walking along and you just take a slug of water every now and again. And because trust me, I know what it feels like coming in off of a walk without water and having it with you. It's been actually on my phone. I have a little app that I downloaded an app that tells me, gives me signals to drink water regularly during the day. Like in the morning, it's once every couple hours, and then before lunch, after lunch, and then of course before supper, after supper, and then you're okay for the night. But essentially, the more water you can drink, the healthier your body's going to be. So I'm trying to, since I can't do it on my own, because I'm lazy and my mind drifts and I have attention deficit disorder somewhat, I just put an app on my phone and boop, tells me. You hear water pouring when the notification comes in. Time to drink your water. So that's what I did. I think I packed this a little too tight, but that's okay. I'm getting a decent smoke out of it. Incidentally, because I haven't told you guys before, I think this is the first pipe I ever bought. And I ruined it with my gorilla hands, right there, if you can see it. I tried to put put this mouthpiece in the shank and then cracked it. And but hey, it still smokes wonderfully. The eBay person who sold it to me had to tell me that it came from a prestigious lawyer, whatever that's supposed to mean. Had to tell me. I think I asked them a question. It's like, do you know anything about the owner of this? It came from a prestigious lawyer. Good for them. Anyway, today, was it back on Friday? Yeah, back on Friday, I had a turn to Raleigh Durham, and this is the second time this has happened to me, and I have got no complaints about it. Um, the only downside is I had to drive out of Boston during Friday rush hour traffic in the afternoon. I get through known crew member KCM. We can bypass security with that. Sometimes you get random and you have to go through security, but go through KCM. I'm okay. I'm legal to fly. I go down in the elevator, and then I take my Sky Pro smartphone, which is designed for work, and that's all I use it for. And I sign in for my trip. It says, okay, cool, you're signed in. I sign in all the other things for my trip to get ready for it. So we have to walk through a tunnel. I don't know, maybe about a 200-foot tunnel to get to the aft terminal. And then I go up the escalator, and as I'm reaching the top of the escalator, I check my Skype Pro again just to make sure the combination to the office, just to make sure it's the same so I can type it in when I get down there. And I look, and my trip is gone. The same trip I was about to sign in for. So I just turned my wobbly ass around and I just went down the escalator, and I took the employee bus back to Chelsea parking and got the hell out of there. Of course, it was, like I said, it was a slog getting out of Boston, Massachusetts with rush hour traffic, but I didn't care. I had music to listen to, and it's good. You have to pay attention too, because a couple of people cut out in front of me, and it's a good thing my eyes are on the road, because no directionals, no nothing, just cut out in front of you. Anyway. How are you all doing? There's a VR going around about opinions. I forget who did it originally. I think Greg Tunnel did it first, and then someone paid it forward. Your thoughts about opinions and being able to share them freely, and were you comfortable doing so? Something along those lines. Beg pardon. thing about opinions is this, especially during the last 10 years or so, with the socio-political climate the way it's been. Sharing your opinion is risky, yes. But also, I think people share them, I don't know, maybe, yeah, to state their opinion, that's fair enough, you know. Hopefully we're all still allowed to do that. But I think people want to change the other person's opinion when they want to state their opinion. And at this point in the game, let's face it, I'm pretty sure that each of us, on whatever side of the socio-political divide that we are on, our minds are all, let's face it, pretty much made up, entrenched. I mean, not everyone, but most of us. So, if you get into a discussion, shall we say, I don't want to say argument, but if you get into an argument, a discussion with somebody, and you start going back and forth about it, and it starts getting more and more heated and elevated, I really don't see the point to that, because you're not going to change the other person's mind. They're not going to change yours. There might be some points raised, but the fact of the matter is, I don't know, I just don't see the point in it, really, at this point. If you want to have a discussion, that's fine, but politics and religion, those are two big hot and button issues, especially nowadays. And personally, I've got my own views, and they're fairly formed, but I don't know, this is not the form I want to share them in, to be quite honest. Because pipe smoking is about fellowship. And that's why I choose not to share my opinions. What was that?
I think it was a mourning dove.
Mourning dove, all right. Well, like I was saying, I don't necessarily want to share them because, I don't know, I mean, pipe smoking the YTPC is a place of fellowship. And I personally don't want to get into a shouting match with people. I don't want to, it's a place where you can like drop your guard and just relax and just enjoy a pipe and be with other pipe smokers and just try to think of the fact that we have more in common than we don't have in common, and that's what I'm all about. So I really don't have a part to play in the culture wars. Like I said, I've got my views, but I don't feel the need to wear them on my sleeve or on my chest, because I don't know, that you know, that's, to me, that's kind of a high school thing. You know, when I went to high school, I had like, you know, buttons of the bands I liked, or, you know, I was big into Doctor Who, so Doctor Who buttons looked like the biggest dork ever. Probably look a little more normal now since more people have got into it. But yeah, I just trying to be myself, just trying to be a decent person. And no person is perfect. Every person is flawed. So that's really all I wanted to say. I've got some videos to catch up on. Old man things for one. A man relaxes another. He's gonna reveal this pipe tobacco to me. It's very tasty, so thank you again. I'm going on 15 minutes, so I'm gonna just sort of like stop it right now, but just want to say hello. I hope you're all doing well, and hope you're enjoying your summer. Also, I got a turn tomorrow, so I got my fingers crossed. I'm gonna lose that one too. Back to Raleigh dorming, but so take care, folks. All the best. Cheers.